he's ever seen in his life has been me and Manny Pacquiao.
Really?
Yeah. I won't disclose what took place, but it's been great.
You say you knocked out Manny Pacquiao?
I don't know what that means.
But he's still young. He's strong. He's a big boy. Pacquiao is just 46, man. It's tough, man.
Kind of, in the most respectful way, like make him regret, coming out of retirement, to face me.
The boxing world is buzzing after reports emerge about Manny Pacquiao's recent sparring session ahead of his highly anticipated fight with Mario Barrios. While his sparring partner confirmed they trained together, he refused to reveal what actually happened. When questioned about possibly knocking Pacquiao, he just laughed and offered no answer. His vague responses fueled intense speculation about Pacquiao's form, fitness, and readiness for this crucial comeback fight.
So now you're a big deal. And did you spar Manny Pacquiao around that time?
Yeah.
How's Manny Pacquiao in the ring?
Oh man, we worked so much. We worked so much together. Freddie Roach, I can quote him. He said that the best fights, sparring he's ever seen in his life has been me and Manny Pacquiao.
Really?
Yeah. I won't disclose what took place, but it's been great.
You say you knocked out Manny Pacquiao?
I don't know what that means. I have amnesia.
Okay.
Veteran trainer Robert Garcia has raised major concerns about Manny Pacquiao's decision to return to the ring at 46, calling it a risky and potentially unwise move. Garcia stressed that while Pacquiao is a living legend with a Hall of Fame resume, age is the one opponent no fighter can beat. He explained that the demands of modern boxing are more intense than ever, and Pacquiao may no longer possess the speed, reflexes, and stamina that once made him so dangerous. The significant age gap between Manny and today's top-tier fighters puts him at a serious disadvantage. In high-level competition, even a small drop in performance can be the difference between winning and getting hurt.
And lastly, Robert, do you think Pacquiao wins this fight?
Man, look, Pacquiao's a legend. He's a legend. He's everybody, myself, Mexicans, people love him because he's just such a great person. He helps a lot. Everything he does is to help people out, and I know of so many stories of people that he's helped, things that he's done in his country. So you can't help not like him, not wish him well. But I'm 36. It's too hard.
46, yeah.
46. Oh, my bad. 46. Yeah. He's 4 years younger than me, man. I don't see myself being able to, box for 12 rounds. At least a young fighter, even though Barrios might be the lighter of the welterweight division.
Right.
But he's still young. He's strong. He's a big boy. Pacquiao is just 46, man. It's tough, man. But it's been done before, man. Foreman done it. Hopkins did it. Leonard came back, also and did it after a long retirement. So, is it possible? Yeah. Does he have the talent to do it? Yeah. Was he one of the best fighters of all time? Yeah. So we could see him pull it off, man. But I really don't. I don't see it happening.
Sports analysts have expressed caution in fully endorsing Manny Pacquiao's comeback. Not out of disrespect for his legendary career, but due to the current realities he faces. Still, they recognize that this return is fueled by more than just nostalgia. Pacquiao's decision to unretire at 46 speaks volumes about his relentless determination and belief in his abilities. Analysts note that a champion of his caliber wouldn't take such a risk unless he genuinely felt he could still compete at a high level. While few are willing to predict a win, many admit that Pacquiao's heart, experience, and fighting spirit could make a difference. If his conditioning holds and his timing clicks, an upset is possible.
Everyone's going to be paying attention. I know I have been these last couple of weeks, watching all these old fights, looking at interviews, watching him train. It just makes you think, like, does he have one more in him? I don't know. He thinks so. And we're going to watch him try at least.
Against Mario Barrios, he's going to be looking for the WBC World Tour World titles.
Yeah. Barrios is a world champion in a welterweight division that is about as weak as I've ever seen it. I think probably people older than me won't ever remember. This might be the weakest welterweight division in history, especially with the removal of Ennis, who's likely seen his last fight at welterweight. I do believe that there are guys coming up in the pipeline that are pretty good welterweights, but they're not at the championship, or they're not getting the championship shot quite yet. But But if there's a moment in time where an older fighter can jump in and maybe, steal a moment or steal a belt and win a championship and do something special, it's probably right now. It's Mario Barrios losing the welterweight title isn't exactly Michael Moore losing the heavyweight title to George Foreman, when Moore had just beaten Amanda Holyfield. It was a shock when Foreman beat him, but nonetheless, it's still an accomplishment. And I think Barrios sucks. So I think I think
Mario Barrios hasn't held back when speaking about his upcoming clash with Manny Pacquiao. The confident young contender firmly stated that Pacquiao's comeback is a mistake, one he believes the boxing icon will deeply regret. Barrios revealed he's been closely analyzing Manny's recent training footage and adjusting his game plan accordingly. He noted a clear decline in Pacquiao's speed, footwork, and overall conditioning, stressing that age isn't just a number. It's a serious factor at the elite level. While Barrios says he respects everything Pacquiao has accomplished, he firmly believes the version he's facing is far removed from the prime legend who once ruled the ring. Determined and hungry, Barrios sees this fight as a golden chance to elevate his own name by convincingly defeating a future Hall of Famer.
In this camp.
So yeah, then, I guess I'll put it this way, I don't think based on that then you should be surprised with anything Manny does, or is it well, we'll see with the first punch how that mimics the sparring?
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of the best way, right? Because again, we have been trying to mimic or trying to get the looks that Manny brings as best as we can, but still everything it's gonna come down to fight night. I'm still preparing for the best version of Manny that I can. I'm not going in there expecting to be facing an old man, so yeah, I'm expecting it to be fast and to be moving. So yeah, I'm just expecting the best from him.
I would think because you're younger, that the later the fight goes, the more it's in your favor, right? Do you guys feel that?
I feel that. I have confidence, and the more. The longer the fight goes, right? It's it's my job to go in there and yeah, make him feel like the old man. Make him feel kind of in the most respectful way. Make him regret coming out of retirement to face me. But make him question, right? Why did I come back for this?
Multiple analysts, including a particularly vocal panel of 11 experts, have voiced serious concern over Manny Pacquiao's current physical condition. They point to his most recent fight, which ended without a decisive performance, and highlight a noticeable decline in his trademark sharpness and footwork. The general consensus is that this upcoming bout poses significant risk, especially against a younger, stronger, and more active fighter like Mario Barrios. Many believe that if Pacquiao can't keep up with the pace or absorb punishment the way he once did, a knockout isn't just possible, it's likely. While some commend his bravery and competitive spirit, most agree that stepping back into the ring at 46 could prove to be a dangerous and costly decision.
So Manny Pacquiao's gonna get knocked out by Mario Barrios. And I get it, Mario Barrios is far from a good fighter. Mario Barrios is one of the worst champions in all of boxing, but Manny Pacquiao is so old, bro. I think a lot of you guys forget Manny Pacquiao fought last year and he arguably lost to a Muay Thai kickboxer dude. This dude wasn't even a boxer. Yes, he was really big, but the dude was just not a boxer. Honestly, I think the WBC should call this fight off. I think it's not too late to kind of go back on your word and let's call this one off. This fight should not be sanctioned by anybody. This fight should not be allowed. At least Mario Barrios should be stripped of his WBC title for defending it against a 46-year-old. Is there a slim chance Manny Pacquiao is able to outmaneuver him and maybe outpoint him, punch, around him? Yeah, maybe. But realistically, it won't happen. But if he does, I think it will solidify him as the greatest boxer of all time, no questions about it. I think if he does win this fight, it would put him clearly over Ali, Ray Robinson, Ray Leonard, and Floyd Mayweather. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts on how y'all feel about this fight.
Coach Joel Diaz shared his thoughts on the matchup with a blend of respect and honesty. He praised Pacquiao's legendary achievements, but emphasized that age is a major factor. Diaz pointed out that Mario Barrios holds a clear advantage due to his youth, energy, and faster recovery. While Pacquiao was once known for his speed and angles, Diaz noted that such attributes inevitably fade with time and can't be relied on forever.
Mario Barrios is younger. He's younger, he's big, he's a big boy. I mean, he still has a little bit more youth in him than Manny. You know, Manny, if I'm not mistaken, I think Mario Barrios is probably the same size as Margarito.
I think so, like 5'10", 5'11".
Around there, yeah. And Manny at this age, he shouldn't be fighting. I mean, in my opinion, I respect the man a lot. He gave the sport of boxing his life. He gave us great moments, great memories.
One of the biggest concerns surrounding Manny Pacquiao's comeback is his age and extended time away from the ring. After years without professional competition, the challenge of adjusting both physically and mentally is enormous. Long-term inactivity impacts not only cardio and muscle memory, but also the ability to adapt to younger fighters' evolving styles. In a sport where timing and rhythm are crucial, even slight delays in reaction can be costly. While Pacquiao's past greatness is unquestionable, critics argue that no amount of legacy can turn back the effects of age and inactivity.
I think people are forgetting Pacquiao has a championship fight this weekend against Mario Barrios. And I don't know what to really think about this one. So, I took a screenshot of this and circled it. Pacquiao's 46 years old. See, status inactive. And, I don't know. I don't know how, one, they gave this guy a license to have this fight. I get Manny Pacquiao, who he used to be, and how truly good he really was. Not that guy anymore. Going against a guy who's young and Mario Barrios, talented. And then if you look at Pacquiao's resume going into this fight. So obviously you have his loss in 2015 to Mayweather. We'll just go up. I mean, look, he beat Bronner in 2019. That win didn't age too well, but it's a very good win. Beats Keith Thurman, who beat Barrios. And he loses to Ugas in UD, who, by the way, gets cooked by Barrios 2 years later. Pacquiao, at this point, will have had a 4-year layoff going into this fight. Or a 3-year and 11-month layoff, if you look at that. Going into a championship fight, it's a guy who's young and decently talented. Is it a winnable fight? Yes, it is. Manny Pacquiao's 46 years old. He's an old man. I doubt he will get the job done. Don't be surprised if he does, though. Don't be surprised. I hope he does. I mean, who doesn't like Manny Pacquiao? But we'll see. But what do we think? Should Pacquiao even have a license to be boxing this weekend?
Analyst Sean Zittel believes this fight will mark the end of an era. He predicts that Mario Barrios will earn a decisive win, leading Manny Pacquiao to officially retire from boxing for good. In Zittel's view, this bout won't just be another loss. It will symbolize a passing of the torch. While he respects Pacquiao's courage in taking on such a challenge, Zittel points out that Barrios' youth, hunger, and consistent activity give him a significant advantage in this match.
The jab is what can neutralize Pacquiao. It's what helped Ugas neutralize Manny in between those bursts that you know are coming. So we'll see. My first thought of this fight was Sugar Ray Leonard when he came back against Hector Camacho. I think we get Barrios winning, and I think Manny announces an emotional retirement in the ring in a beautiful moment after the fight. He's one of those guys that needs to lose against an ordinary type of fighter like Barrios to truly know it's over, because without a shadow of a doubt 10 years ago he would have handled Barrios with ease, and that's not a diss to Barrios. So you gotta lose to a Joe Smith, you gotta lose to a Mario Barrios. Manny is one of the fighters that won't stop until you make him stop. So Saturday night, I think Mario Barrios finally makes him stop.
There's no denying that Manny Pacquiao's upcoming fight is a high-stakes gamble. By choosing to return to the ring, he risks more than just a loss on his record. He puts his legacy and long-term health on the line. After decades of building one of boxing's most respected reputations, a lackluster performance now could tarnish the image fans have held for years. More concerning, however, is the physical risk. At this stage in his life and career, every punch carries a potential for lasting damage. far more than when he was in his prime. Many experts have questioned whether any title shot or payday is worth the toll this dangerous matchup could take. Former opponent Chris Algieri, who once shared a ring with Pacquiao, offered a sobering perspective. He emphasized that if Pacquiao struggles to find his rhythm and balance in the early rounds, things could quickly spiral out of control. For a fighter returning after a long layoff, establishing dominance early is crucial, especially against a younger, sharper, and highly motivated opponent like Mario Barrios.
It's going to be a bad night for Manny. One of the things that I really thought made Manny special, and what I noticed in the ring too, was his first step. He was so damn fast. Fastest hands I ever fought in a ring was Amir Khan. Fastest first step was Manny Pacquiao. His ability to pull the trigger early on, pop that straight left hand right down the middle. If I see him go out there, pop that straight left hand on the heavy-footed Mario Barrios, bangs him, cracks him with her left hand early, I'm like, okay, we got to fight. If I see him falling out of position, being off balance, getting square, and getting countered early on, I'm gonna know right away this is gonna be a bad night.
Despite the growing concerns, some boxing analysts remain optimistic about Manny Pacquiao's chances. They argue that as an 8-division world champion, Pacquiao brings a level of experience and ring intelligence that can't be taught. While Barrios may have youth on his side, they believe he lacks the tactical depth and adaptability Manny has developed over decades. Supporters suggest this could be yet another chapter in Pacquiao's legacy of defying the odds.
Manny Pacquiao returns to the ring against a young fighter, champion WBC, Mario Barrios. How do you see that fight playing out?
Barrios is a tall guy, and he's a tough guy. You know, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt because Pacquiao is champion, the holder of the records of 8 divisions, and he knows how to fight, he knows how to win, so you always got to give it that opportunity for him to show up. And now whoever shows up in that ring, whether it's a desire to win or just try to be there, that's a question that we have to see. But I believe that he has the ability to do something to win the fight against Barrios.
There are still voices in the boxing world who believe in Pacquiao's magic. They argue that a fighter of his caliber should never be underestimated, even at 46. Throughout his career, Pacquiao has made a habit of defying expectations. Supporters believe this could be another such moment, driven by his determination, discipline, and unwavering belief in himself. Qualities that have led to greatness before.
Well, I mean, Manny's already, it doesn't matter anything. I mean, Manny's already a winner, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, he's just to step in and to keep challenging himself at his age. I mean, that's he's already won, so it doesn't matter what the outcome is.
July 19th, we've got Manny Pacquiao getting back at the ring at the age of 46 against a young, hungry champion, Mario Barrios.
Doesn't matter, knockout. You know, nothing against the other guy, by the way. Shout out to you, probably have a great future ahead after this fight. But I'm predicting maybe a 7th round knockout. You know, it's gonna be a little brutal. Head's gonna be on the ground, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm definitely betting on it, so we'll see.
I think it's nothing Manny can't handle. I think if Manny fights Manny's fight, I think he beats him. And I think, and this is where I say it might be shock the world, I think he could unify the title. I really do. I still think he's got the ability at 46 to do something that will shock me. I believe it.
At a certain age, even as great as Ray is, he's not the Ray Leonard who became the world champion, one of the greatest fighters in history. So age takes a toll. I mean, Manny actually walked in when I was working out in the ring. And I said, you know, let me tell you something. Age really has nothing to do with this. And I'm 82, so, you know, I think you train hard, you're working hard, you've got the skills, but, you know, let's be realistic. It's a split-second sport. Right? That's you nearly hit nearly. That's why I said nearly. So you still got it.
Boxing veteran Shane Mosley shared a more optimistic view after observing Pacquiao's training camp. He noted Manny's impressive focus, intensity, and physical conditioning. According to Mosley, if Pacquiao brings that same energy and mindset into the ring, he has the potential to exceed expectations.
Here's what Shane Mosley thinks about Manny Pacquiao's upcoming fight.
I feel right now, I think he's going to be really, really good, and I think that it's a really strong possibility that he wins one title. He's a very good, he does his run, he works very hard. I'm listening to what he's doing, and his mentality. Or I talked to him the other day. He sounds exactly like me. My mentality, he has my mentality. Like we have the same. We're like walking the same type of thing. You know, he's 46, I'm 53, but it's like we're almost the same. I don't really know Barrios like that, so I can't really speak about it. That's why I'm like hesitant. But see what I see with Manny. Yeah, I think that it's a very strong possibility he wins one time.
Alex Aria, a former associate Pacquiao, offered a more critical take on the legend's current training. He noted that Manny's regimen hasn't evolved much since his prime, which could pose serious challenges. According to Aria, what worked in Manny's 20s won't deliver the same results now that he's in his 40s. Orza echoed this concern, stating that aging bodies require adapted methods, not recycled routines. He stressed that sticking to outdated habits might leave Pacquiao unprepared for today's elite-level competition. Without a meaningful adjustment, Aria believes Manny risks being overwhelmed when it truly matters in the ring.
Okay, so a few more days. The Pacquiao, Barrios, and of course I'm here with Alex. Who better knows Pacquiao than Alex? How do you see the fight going down?
I think it's a good fight. I think Manny, they picked a good opponent. The blueprint's already there. Margarito, only not as big. So Manny just has to do the same thing.
Easier said than done, but you know, a lot of, of course I've watched a lot of analysts, experts, they're saying, yes, that's the blueprint. Can he do it at 46?
If I was privy to what he's doing, then I'd be able to say yes or no, but I'm not. Like with my teams, we have a dietitian, we have a chef, we have a recovery doctor. We know where our fighter is, and he's only 21, Manny's 46. So they should be checking his blood, finding out what his optimal levels are, what he's probably deficient in, what he's not deficient in, you know, what they have to, so they should be all on top of that.
Can you make a good assumption based on what you see on training and videos if he's in good condition?
I don't see anything. All I see is the same thing, to be honest. I see him doing a lot of shadow boxing. They don't show sparring, so we don't know really.
So you can't really test if his condition?
No, he's always looks good before the fight.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned. Until next time,